Today I'm going to be doing. What's up? My name is Franco. Today I'm going to be doing my first version of the men's tournament challenge bracket for the NCAA March Madness tournament, which was just released like 20 minutes ago at this point. I figured I'd get an early head start on it, see what's going on, see what the matchups are, just to give it a little bit more analysis as well, but not spend too long on some of these. We're going to go through, pick an early winner, which will probably change 20 times before the tournament starts. But let's start with the West. Just a couple of thoughts I have before I go into this is that I honestly, first of all, I don't think Alabama deserved that up here. I feel like they're a pretty weak 6 seed, and they got a pretty hard matchup here. Michigan State got hosed. And just in general, having Duke and Gonzaga in the same region is a lot of fun. But I'll go a little more into it where I need to. But for now, Gonzaga has, I think, Gonzaga is as easy of a win as you can get. This is a very fun matchup, Boise State versus Memphis. Memphis has been playing hot as of late, but honestly, so has Boise State. And these are both teams that could win this, and I don't know if either of them have a chance against Gonzaga. But I'm going to take Memphis just because they have Jalen Duren, and they have a little more star power. And while Boise State has been a complete team, I think Memphis is kind of peaking at the right time, even though they did just lose their conference tournament, but they played Houston. So it's a little understandable. I'm going to go down here. I think I have UConn over New Mexico State. New Mexico State is a good team, but UConn has been playing pretty well. Their defense has been pretty good, and they gave Villanova a run for their money in the tournament just a couple of days ago. And this is the popular upset pick. I didn't want to bite it, but Vermont is just so tempting here, giving up 63 points a game. They've been on a roll. They won their conference tournament. They blew out their conference tournament. I think they won their final by like 30. They don't turn the ball over a lot. They have a great point guard. They have a great veteran group, so I'm going to go with Vermont. As I mentioned before, I think Rutgers wins this, and I think they beat Alabama. It's a bit of a risk picking them this early because, that hasn't actually happened yet, but I'm going to do it anyways. And Texas Tech should have a fairly simple win over Montana State. Michigan State and Davidson is going to be another very popular upset pick. Davidson, first of all, honestly just has it on the Steph Curry name recognition, but besides that, they're a very deep team, and they honestly are built for another deep run. But I think I'm still taking Michigan State. I like the experience they have, as well as Duke down here. And moving further, I like Gonzaga and Duke. While I would like for Rutgers to make a run, I think Texas Tech will take it. And I don't know if Vermont has two upsets in them. While it would be a lot of fun to put them to 13, I think this goes pretty chalk. And I will go with a Gonzaga versus... I didn't think of this. This is hard. I'm going to go with Duke. I think Coach K at least makes the Elite Eight in his last year. But I think Gonzaga, this has to finally be their year. And I'm going to go with them. I said that, and I'm like, didn't they win last year? It doesn't matter. Arizona. I like Arizona a lot here. No, Baylor won last year. Never mind. Arizona. This is Seton Hall TCU. The homer in me wants to pick Seton Hall, but they've been playing terrible as of late. And I think TCU takes it. UAB Houston. Houston is a popular upset pick just because they have pretty, the system doesn't really like them that much. Ken Pom and UAB just won their conference tournament. But I'm going to take, can I take them? I'm going to take Houston. I like Houston here. I think they've just been playing pretty well, and it's a deep team. It's an older team, which benefits them a lot here. Chattanooga is a really good team. I think they should have gotten a little bit better than a 13. Maybe they deserve a 12, but Illinois should win this. Michigan, I don't know how they ended up as an 11, which means they'll probably win this just based off of March Madness. But I'm going to go with them. I hate that they're an 11. I think they should have been below a lot of these teams, but I think they got a little bit of fire to them, and I trust them here to play Tennessee in the next round. Ohio State, Loyola. Now, Ohio State fell a lot. They could have been seen as a 3 or 4 or 5 a couple of weeks ago, but now they're a 7. But I think they take care of business. Same with Villanova. So I went almost entirely chalk here. I think I have almost the same upsets with these 6 and 11s. I also, Colorado State, I don't know if I trust them fully. They're a great team, but I think Michigan just has a little bit more experience. And hey, it's Seton Hall. They lost by 2. Where are they? There we are. That was our best win of the year. Moving forwards, I think Arizona handles business, but I think TCU does make it close. They're a very deep team, very good team. I have Illinois as well, and then Tennessee. We're going all chalk here. I do believe that Illinois will pull off the upset, and Villanova. And as much as it pains me to say, I think Villanova makes it to another Final Four. We'll go down to the South, or the Midwest, sorry, with Kansas, and whoever wins here loses. Creighton has been playing hot recently, and this is a matchup I will definitely be doing more research into because I don't know enough about San Diego State. But I think they're a very good team. 3 losses to Boise State is interesting, though, and a big loss everywhere else. But I think Creighton has been playing hot. They did just lose the championship game of the Big East, but the fact that they made it there at all is impressive. I will still be taking San Diego State in this matchup. I think Iowa should have a fine time versus Richmond. Providence, this is going to be a very popular upset pick. I think South Dakota State has won a lot. I think 25, 26 games in a row at this point. Does it say it? 21 straight. Oh, I was a little off. But I think they have what it takes. But I think Providence takes it. Providence should win this. They've been very good all year. And while there's the whole luck factor and everything, it's a good coach team. Ed Cooley's a great coach. And I think he'll have them on the right path. I think Iowa State wins this. This is a close matchup on paper. Both teams who started, that can't be right. I don't think they're 2-22. But they're both good on paper. Okay, this is kind of funny. 0-18 in conference, and I'm picking them. No, but LSU just fired their coach, and I don't know how you can rebound from that in time for this tournament to put on a good performance. And Wisconsin here. USC versus Miami. USC has been playing very well recently, and while they haven't been able to knock down UCLA, I think they should be able to take off Miami and Auburn as well. This is a year where there's a lot of top-heavy teams, and I'm not seeing as many opportunities for the 16, 15, 14, 13, etc. to pull off an upset. But on the topic of that, I hate the 60s, apparently. There's no way this happens. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to do it. Because I have Virginia Tech winning here, too. I got to be consistent. Anyways, I like Wisconsin, I like Auburn, and I think Auburn makes it here. Jabari Smith has enough star power to carry them. Iowa should be on a nice little streak, and they play Kansas, and I honestly think I kind of see Iowa over Kansas here. But I'm going to take Kansas because I have Auburn beating them to make it to the Final Four. Even though they did lose that very, honestly, ugly game versus Texas A&M, who should be in the tournament. That's a lot of bullshit. They should be in the tournament. I knocked my computer over a little bit. I got angry. But regardless, I think Auburn, they had a very bad game plan going into that game, and Bruce Pearl's a great coach, and they should adjust and pull off a deep run. Either that or they might lose to Jacksonville State. You never know. Moving to the East. Baylor in the East kind of sucks for them considering they're, in Texas. But I'm going to give it to them. North Carolina should beat Marquette. Marquette they've kind of just been middling around all year. They had some good wins, some good losses, but they lost to Creighton in the first round. They did beat Villanova, and they stomped us this year. But 3 losses to Creighton, wow. I don't know. I feel I have a lot more trust in UNC. They have a lot more momentum after just beating Duke, even though they did get handled pretty easily by Virginia Tech. This is the hardest one here. Wyoming and Indiana is a stupid playing game. Like, both of those should be in the field of 11. I'd have those at 11 seeds. I'd have both of these higher than Notre Dame, higher than Michigan. That being said, I'm still going to take St. Mary's. This is a good I think St. Mary's is the team that's due for a nice little run. Although they do play UCLA, which might just end it. Texas and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is going to be the most popular upset pick, I think, in this tournament. So I'm going to go against my own grain, and I'm going to pick Texas. I feel like Virginia Tech might run out of steam. They had a great run. They used all their energy for that tournament run, and if they have enough in them, they could take it very deep, but I don't know if they do. Purdue is a 3 seed, I feel like super low, but I'm going to take them anyways. Murray State and San Francisco hurts because you always want to see the mid-majors go far, but they're playing each other. These are all glitched, all of these stats. They have their wins and stuff, though, so that doesn't really matter as much. But I'm still going to go with Murray State and Kentucky. And in my first big upset pick, I'm going to take Murray State over Kentucky. This is the team that just has won games all year and has won most of them pretty solidly, so I think they'll be able to put it all together after winning their conference. Texas and Purdue, I'm going to take Purdue. St. Mary's and UCLA is a lot harder than I'd think, but I think UCLA has the tournament experience to where they end up going up against, I really want to say North Carolina here. And I'm going to do it. I don't know. I don't think I've seen enough out of Baylor this year. They are heating up at the right time, which is good for them. But I think North Carolina has a little more. And plus, it's always fun to get an upset. I've had all the 1 seeds. It's pretty lame. So I'm going to do that. That being said, UCLA experience gets them there, and Purdue gets them there. And I think Jaden Ivey is just too much. And I think this is where he's going to build his case, where people are going to start to be like, oh, crap, is this guy going to be a top 4, top 3? Sorry, he's already top 4. Is he going to be a top 3, top 2 draft pick? To the Final Four, I think it's just going to be Gonzaga, I think they're just too deep, too well rounded. And I like Villanova here as well. I always want to pick against Villanova, and it never works. So I'd love to be wrong, but I think as chalk as it is, they've been the number one team almost all year. I think Gonzaga has to be the winner. I'm not going to pick a final score, but I will enter the sweepstakes. And that is it. That is my bracket. Can I go after it? Yes. I'll do that later. So, I did pick them. Thank you. This is going to be a terrible bracket. I know it. It's the first one. I don't really have too many upsets, which I like. I like to be a little more realistic. I do think Vermont is a nice team, Rutgers, or Notre Dame for that matter. But I think this is a solid bracket that will almost certainly be ruined within the first 3 games. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe, please. It means a lot. I'm still trying to get this a little bit off the ground. And yeah, I had a lot of fun making this, so thank you.